This afternoon at Klein's Garage, we're going to be diagnosing a glow plug issue on a 2005 Mercedes E320 CDI. This is the OM648 engine. This engine was put into E320s in 2005 and 2006. This vehicle with this engine in it was banned for sale in 5 states. So I recommend finding out what 5 states those are and never moving there. This engine has a basic emissions controls on it. It's not BlueTech, so it doesn't have urea injection or the particulate filter. So with that said, this is one of the most reliable engines Mercedes-Benz has ever made. This engine has about 210,000 miles on it, and this engine will easily run for another probably 200,000 miles if it's maintained well. This engine runs like it's brand new, uses 0 oil. I've had virtually no issues with it since I bought it. With diesels do have glow plugs, and the glow plugs are a wear item, similar to spark plugs in a gasoline engine. So this threw a code for cylinder 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the resistance on it and determine whether or not it's bad or not. So what we're going to do is we got out our multimeter here. So on our multimeter, we're going to set it to the ohm setting, and then we're going to come around and we're going to take a look at the glow plug for cylinder 3, and then we also have the plug off for cylinder 2. So we're going to be comparing the resistance between those. So we'll grab our leads, ground out one side of the lead to the block, put it on the terminal of the glow plug, so we have about 120 ohms on cylinder 3. Could do the same thing in cylinder 2, and you have about 0.5 ohms. So I knew this was bad, so I purchased a new one. So let's just check and see what the resistance on the new one is. So it should be about 0.5 ohms. Right now it's showing about 0.2, 0.1, 0.2. Earlier when I was checking it, it was about 0.5. Temperature also is a factor in that. So what we're going to do is remove number 3. We know it's bad. It's got low resistance. It's very high resistance, I should say. So it's not heating up like it's supposed to. So just take your 1/4-inch impact. I just have a 10 millimeter on there, and remove it. I've already had this out, so it comes out it came out fairly easy. These will come out fairly easy if they were installed properly. So this one did not have any anti-seize on it. So there is a little bit of ceramic coating on here that we're going to add to the new one. So that ceramic coating will prevent the glow plug from sticking in the bore where it goes down into the combustion chamber. So that's all that ceramic's for. So we're just going to add a little bit on there. You don't need a lot. It's just to prevent oxidation between the steel of the glow plug and the aluminum of the cylinder head. So take our new one, drop it back down in the hole by hand, get it started. So a few things that I didn't go over is removing the cover off the top. There's 9 bolts. That's pretty straightforward. There's a sound deadening piece that goes over top, or injectors to keep that injector noise down. That has to come off. And then you just pop the connectors right off of the top of the glow plug. So I'm not going to go through all that. Shooting a video, you guys are smart enough to figure that out on your own. The other thing is you want to make sure that you vacuum around the glow where the glow plug goes into the block, because there's a counter bore that goes in there and that'll collect junk. So if you remove that, all that grit's gonna, either don't remove the grit and you remove the glow plug, all that junk's gonna go down on top of the piston and then get between the piston and your cylinder walls and score the heck out of your excellent condition diesel. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna torque it down to the factory specification. So as always, have fun, stay safe, guys.